Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm trying to learn Java complete from ChatGPT and AI in general. And I really need to get better at recording videos because sometimes I forget to record my audio, and this time I was just recording my entire face without sharing my screen. So it's time for that day where I review what I did instead of you getting to see me do it live. So I realized that I was adding a lot of stuff on my blackjack game, and it was probably going to be better to plan stuff out because unlike my hangman game, blackjack has quite a bit of stuff. So the first thing I did is went through my plan. So let's look at that. So I looked at my poorly created plan, but the first thing I saw is I need to create the players and then create a player class. So that's exactly what I did. So we look into our player. I just declared all of these within array list. Now this is going to eventually be a card class. For now, keeping that string just so my code will compile. And then all I have to do is create a constructor along with getters, setters. Pretty simple Java stuff. And once you get pretty familiar with Java, it's actually pretty satisfying typing this all out. Except, still quite a bit of boilerplate. Wah wah. So then I realized it's time to create a new main method. Because this main method, I'm probably going to want to keep some of this code. For example, all of this. I don't want to rewrite that all. But I don't want to completely refactor this, so I just create a new one. So the first thing I did was create an array list to store all of our players. And I welcomed it. And then I welcomed the player to make them aware that they could lose all their money. Except I'm not actually putting in money, it's just a joke. Created our scanner. And then I just asked whether or not you would like to add a player. And then I will get the answer of it. And then I asked what's the name of the player, get the name, get the money. And we have the scanner next on next line. But I'm going to go into that a little bit more. Anyways, I just create a new player and I add to the player. If not, answering to yes. So you don't even have to answer no. It'll just break out of the loop. And this, I did this for some debugging purposes. And afterwards, I was able to log out all the players. But let's see what happens when I get rid of this. And let's get rid of this, just to make things a little bit more confusing. Now, let's run the program. At first, it would ask whether... At first, it would, more ask whether or not I would like to add a player. So I would say yes. I would create a name, so I would just give it something like John. How much money? I gave it $13. And then it asks it again. It immediately breaks out of the loop, or whatever it does, it just goes here. So I'm like super confused. I'm like, is it breaking out of the loop, or is it only running once for some reason? So I decided to see if that was happening, so I would just hear it breaking to further my investigation. So let's just do this with some random stuff. And yeah, indeed the loop is breaking. And at this point I'm thinking, well, there has to be a good reason that's breaking. The reason why is that answer doesn't equal to yes. So let's actually log answer. So now I would say yes, ASCF 12, whatever. And I don't see anything. To make sure this is actually getting logged, I added in some random number to it. Just to see if it actually is getting logged, or if it's like an empty space, stuff like that. It's always important to do that. And yeah, it's simply nothing. And at this point, I'm kind of rage quitting. Because I'm like, what the heck is it? I'm like, do I maybe declare answer out of here? So do string answer. And I'm like, oh, that's reassign local variable. Maybe that's something completely different. Let's put that back. Ah! But I decided. But then I remembered this was all about using ChatGPT. So that's exactly what I did. So I asked, why does this not work? Why does this to break the loop the second time? And it was actually able to figure it out. That was some weird scanner thing. And it had me call scanner on the next line after scanner on next double. Which is something I definitely did not learn the first time when learning about scanners. And this is obviously one of the signs that Java isn't a beginner-friendly language, because unlike Python, where it's just like input, you have to worry about this stuff. But that's how Java is. And luckily I'm not a beginner, so my brain can't comprehend it. So let's just try it. Add scanner dot next line. And let's just see what happens. So yes, I would like to add a player. Let's give John. Let's give him $100, and then I can just add more players. So let's add Bob. Let's give him $1,000 because he probably sucks at the game, so he needs it. And we'll just say no more, and then we can log in all the players. And this was just experience, but I was very happy with ChatGPT and its ability to check my bug. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hope you subscribe. Maybe if you subscribe, I'll actually remember to record my screen, so I'll have to do this review again. Anyways, bye-bye.